Hello, hello, Shadow players. Welcome to another stream. I don't think I'll ever get over the nervousness I get whenever I start a stream. I don't think it'll ever go away. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. And I do apologize for not being able to stream yesterday, but I had a very bad headache that developed. And so I decided not to push turned into like a migraine, so I decided just to spend time away from the screen and just hang out with my cats. So it helped. But now I'm ready to play, and hopefully we have some good games today. Um, I've had Dagon. It's a free like Lovecraftian game. On my in my library for a while now, and I've just never sat down to play it because I think it's a longer set game, and so I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's go with it. But we're gonna start with Lancaster Leak, Crisis at the call center, because I like the whole Lancaster games. They're very interesting because they deal with the alternate people, and I played a lot on the channel of what I could find, and so this one came up, and I wanted to play it. This one not very long, so we're gonna start with that one. Let me see if my face cam gonna work today. It is. Let me turn off the music. Yeah. Yeah. And so let's get into the games. I hope that these run. I didn't run them prior to just installing them, so I hope they run. I love this aesthetic. Playing contains flashing images that may trigger sensitivity in individual with photosensitivity epilepsy. I'm also a huge sucker for this style. Uh, Growing up in the 90s, this is very nostalgic for me, so. Oh, God. Okay. So let me do the settings, graphics. Let's do medium. Setting it to my computer standards of how it will run. Um, all right. I think this is a like observation duty type game, so I'm not sure how good I'll be at it, but I'll give it a shot. Here we go. What the crisis? Valerie is still missing. Who's Valerie? Perhaps we have to kick it up a notch. Okay. And cover up one death wasn't enough. How about multiple? Whoa. Oh boy. You know, the one you facilitated. Okay. Oh my god. You have been warned. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. The information conveyed through the debrief training tapes pertaining to the prior investigation. It implemented that the agent refrain from viewing the material unless they pose the appropriate clearance and are under the direct supervision of the instructor. Any failure to comply with this directive will result in persecution to the fullest extent. Espionage Act 1917. You have been warned. Oh, wow. To brief entity present. Clarence, yes. Set of results. BNL call center. Case focuses on the event that transpired at BNL call center located in a irrelevant location is irrelevant except that the entity was detected three days before the event. The employee weren't notified. Entity Research and Detain ERD task force was task force promptly set up a wiretap and social engineered access into the security cameras and computers. Right. Alicia Johnson, Ashley Johnson. I don't know why I said Alicia. Ashley Johnson, 31, was a single mother who worked the call center and put in extra hours performing janitor duty. During the event, the entity selected her as a target, especially during the after hours. The tape focuses on the unprecedented interaction Johnson had with the entity and these services as a basis for future research into E139. Canonical events. Okay. Call room. Looks very Resident Evil style. I love it. You waiting for your breakfast or food? Date March 3rd, 2020 or 20 uh March 3rd. God damn it. Dates are very hard to read right now. March 21st, 1996. They became buried after hours. Subject went to the computer to see nightly tasks. Oh, fuck, I'm controlling her. The spyware allowed access to what subject was viewing before moving on to the next task. Oh god, this is very, very confusing. She's moving very erratically. Okay. Whoops. Security room. What's on the floor? Nothing. Whoops, out the wall. Oh, the trash. Yeah, that's a oh, I'm picking up trash. Okay. I see what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't go in there. I'm gonna get lost if I go in there. I go out here. Oh god. Very Resident Evil style. I love it. She's not a happy camper. What's this room? Total film coverage was activated using hidden cameras. Oh god, why would you do this in the bathroom? Why would you do it in the stall in the bathroom? Shit, hold on. That is fucking creepy. Yeah, this one seemed better. Still very unsettling to have fucking stuff in the bathroom, but oh, the break room. Is there anything that triggers? No. I didn't think I would actually be controlling her. There is a little bit of ambient sound. I don't think it picking up in the it OBS. Actually, it's having difficulty catching my voice, so I think the game is causing issues. I love it. You're so unhappy. And so you take down the trash. Okay, now what do I do? Hold on, let me go in here and see. Ah. I probably could have done it all at once, but it's specifically through the front door after when task being complete. Okay. I can't. Am I not supposed to leave through that door? Yes, I'm supposed to leave through the front door then. But where will be the front door? Whoa. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. Pause to end of night one. Picture three of the entity. Yeah. Subject finished task and heads home. This marks the first time the entity was captured on film. Subject remained unaware of the entity. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. So now we're waiting for everybody to go home before the next night starts. Oh, was that gate open the entire time? Phase 3, night beginning of night 2. Or pause 3, March 22nd. Entity had not been seen since previous night. No employees are aware of the presence of the entity. Entity becomes more aggressive. Subject begins after hour work. Subject takes computer for the nightly task. It's really, really hard to control. There we go. Hey Ashley, could you start with the bathroom trash, meeting room, and the enter trash? Also do the dishes. Check your email once you're done. I think I might think of something else. So bathroom trash, meeting room, enter trash, and dishes. So bathroom, meeting room, entrance. How do I get out of it? Escape. Got the door, go around the door, and pick up the trash. I wonder if I can pick up more than two at a time. Hello, door. It's a water fountain or a water dispenser. Okay, so I can only do two then. Stuck in the door again. Fuck. Whenever I go to run, I press the wrong key, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, it messes me up when I go to press shift. Get my other finger touch the keyboard. Where they go out. You aren't even throwing them in the trash, you're just throwing them against the wall. What? Okay, so the front enter trash. Oh, what the fuck? What kind of little fucking little entity with that? Little spider legs. I really hope I don't have to run from the fucker, because I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to run around in circles instead. Speed walk, mama. And then go into the break room and do the dishes. Can I just leave? But the way she threw away trash, she's unhappy. So I need to go to the break room. Where about the break room? Is it here? No. Here, the office. Where's it? Over here. What do you... Oh, that's a meeting room. Right here. I can't remember. Fuck. Is that door shut? Okay. That door is closed then. There are two. Okay. And do the dishes. Can't remember where the fucking meeting room is. Okay, here. I can't do it because I have trash in my hand. Okay. But, well, I found it, so. Gosh, very sharp. We should turn it. just love the fact that it's so aggressive, so angry. No, don't go into that room. You don't need to go into that room. Oh, the little creepy shit in the run. You know when you get that feeling up your back that there's something there? Yeah. Go around the sink. Did I already do it? Oh, okay. It wouldn't let me do it. I must have already done it. Alright. Stuck in a cubicle. Also did the dishes. Do I need to put all the dishes from the tables into... Possibly. Fuck. These control screens are so difficult to get used to. I like to be able to move with my mouse or look. Ah, yes. Okay. Wash them one by one. So then return to the computer to check email. Where that little fuck's gonna be. It's also so damn quiet. I don't like it. Except for an ambient. You are my happy place. Oh no. What the fuck? I want to leave now. Oh yeah. Make sure to refill the printer in the meeting room. There should be paper in the storeroom near the breaker. That's all for tonight. Oh. Okay. I don't like that. You are my happy place. No. Is this the paper? Is that the paper? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Now we go to the meeting room. Oh, the lights are flickering. Oh shit. Oh wait, it's been flickering. Just some more jumpy than usual. Seeing that picture disturbed me. Oh no. Subject investigates the power room by going to the breaker and destroy it. I think she yelled fuck. I couldn't be sure. I couldn't really hear her. Oh god, this is gonna make it so fucking more difficult. So creepy now. The subject leaves the front entrance and the entity stopped nearby. Well, at least she had the common decency, she had the common sense to just bug the fuck out of there. Oh, she's actually running now because she's scared. No, wrong room. These control schemes. Oh god. I saw it. I saw it went into the bathroom. Oh. End of night 2. Into the strange behavior to play and stalk prey is best documented on night 2. Despite a close encounter, the subject remained unaware of the entity and dismisses the event of the break-in. Okay. Possibly most intriguing is the fact that the entity left security camera with power. It is only after the event we discovered the entity knew we were watching it and permitted it. Why? What'd be the point of that? So what, the entity liked an audience. Subject working after hours, 23rd March. The entity enjoyed being watched because he knew he was untouchable. And he would get what he wanted in the end. At least my running theory. Oh god. I like to discuss with you this morning. Like I discussed with you this morning, I'm deeply sorry about what happened yesterday. I've given security guard extra hours. Unfortunately, something had been messing with our cameras, and we don't have footage. Take it easy tonight. Just the storeroom trash, meeting room trash, and dishes. Don't tell the employees about the break-in. Okay, so storage, meeting room, and trash. And dishes. So storage room, meeting room, and dishes. Not. Why not? Let's do the dishes first, and then we'll grab the trash from the meeting room, and then the storage room. Put the storage room right by the exit to the trash bin. So we'll do it that way. Make it a whole lot more dear. Whoops. Okay, perfect. I like how they leave the plates in the same exact spot every time. Very persistent, the workers are. Okay, so the meeting room. They just pass here and then store it. Whoops. Okay. Oops. Are you guys gonna fix that light? Wouldn't that get annoying after a while having the flashing light? Got stuck. Just hit the trash through the wall. I just love how aggressive that is. It's so funny. Something that reminds me of a teenager would do after her parents ask him to throw stuff away. Are we gonna say, am I not done? Okay. I hate finding the phone. Wiretap phone call. Subject lured away by a brief phone call. The power had cut, but the phone remained on. It is assumed the subject also knows this. Okay. Do I go check the breaker? Seemed like it. Oh. A blood trail. Yeah, that's a huge blood trail. You can't do this to me. You can't do it. I can't do this. The control schemes are killing me. I can't leave. I couldn't go anywhere.
What's your emergency? Please help! There's someone, something following me! Ma'am, I need you to remain calm. Where are you? I'm at first floor in one of the offices. Please, just send somebody to help me. Does the intruder have any weapons? No. No, it's not human. Like one that walks on four legs. Ma'am, are you on any medication or substances? No! Are you taking me seriously? For fuck's sake! Others are on the way. You should remain in place and hide if possible.
The,
Whatever you're doing, it's going to hear it. Get away from me!
did you draw the entity to her? What? Subject was killed by the entity during the phone call with the crisis actor. To continue the entity capability test, agents were deployed to clean the scene such that call center employees suspected nothing.
Damn, dude, would you look at this? It's like, hey, would you shut up? Listen, how do we know for sure that it's not here? Hmm? Come on, man. This isn't your first rodeo. Relax. Just hand me the peroxide and let's get this over with.
Both subject and security guard body disposed the scene was ready for more testing. Entity returned to the scene March 24th. The following are brief clips that happened at 6:30 p.m. The behavior and ability of the entity will be discussed after. Okay, so clean up. Oh God. 6:03 p.m. making use of the ceiling space entity position itself at the entrance. Phone lines were probably cut after the first victim death. Rampage begins. Are you kidding me? They purposely set the entity loose in this place. They're all dead. Power cut. Oh God. No, but that's the thing. It wasn't. They didn't set the entity. They knew the entity was there, but they didn't call anything. They let it run rapid. The entity capability tests were successfully allowing the classification of the entity, which we will be discussing this slide. The mass casualty event was blamed on Ashley Johnson, who had been fired and committed a mass shooting. Media suspension techniques were used to ensure the news didn't escape to the local level. What the hell? Knuckle Walker. Threat to 3 severe. Containment 4 to difficulty. Unit utilities is 4 to significant. What the hell? Entity possesses the ability to psychological torment and killed with ease. The entity is self-aware and knowledge of observation from ERD. Uh, Entity with intelligence despite its appearance and being able to use and understand technology to further torture victims. Entity is often dormant with years with very few sightings. These reasons it being classified as 3 to severe. Emulated, estimated to be less than 10 entities capable of using backdoor to disappear. ERD has yet to capture or kill entity. Entity enjoy being chased, setting traps, and hunting ERD agents. Reason for it being classified for difficult. Unlikely to be able to manipulate entity likely to kill victim once it selects its prey. Entity is often often psychologically torment victims. Potential usage development for enemy territory development agent AOS, enemy of the state, torture investigation interrogation. ERD must learn how to get entity to target a person of interest. That's why it's classified for significant. So significant. Loading notes. Additional funding is needed for the capture of E-139. Additional research is needed to unlock the utility. Additional tools are needed to detect entity to prevent agent death and increase research opportunities. The research into the appearance of backdoor remains a top priority. Control of the backdoors could provide a way to capture. It is imperative to maintain strict operative security and keep the general public uninformed of these operations to prevent unnecessary panic or interference. Oh god. That is so interesting. I love it. There's so much work that goes into the story down in here. I love it. There's so much stuff that goes into all these entities. These games are done with care, and you can tell that this creator enjoyed doing this. So I look forward to the next one. These are so much fun to play with and see what goes on. So yeah, definitely would love to play the next one, whenever that is. So I will make sure to keep an eye out for more Lancaster stuff. All right. Um, I need to go get a drink really quick. My throat is kind of dry, so I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Alright. Now we're gonna play Dagon, which is God. Not sure which language it is. But this is Lovecraftian horror, so. Is it going to start? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's do options. Low. I think the audio sounds extremely good, so. DLC trivia. Let's start game. Dagon is the faithful interaction adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft works focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here. The movement is limited. The progress through locations along with the plot. Okay.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Other will reveal interesting fact about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden in order to find the secret. Focus your eyes using Elder Sight. Okay.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh God.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Oops. Let me click on it more.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Dagon was written around a month and a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft was actually interested in its course. He composed many poems in which he gave encouragement to the soldiers and commented on the event unfolding in Europe. Alright. You can read the Discovery trivia immediately or go back later. No.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
I want to make sure. Okay, so I can't move very much.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Okay, let me look around and make sure there's no secrets hidden about.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Oh God, that'd be so scary. Any secret nearby? See any? Oh God. Waiting for the sun to come up.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Get the water skin.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Oh God, I love the writing.
The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Oh God.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
Yeah.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
I mean, that would make
For there
sense.
was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Oh God.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight, save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Awful. Very unpleasant sounding. Squirrels.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might.
The upside down world or the ocean drained?
Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
Oh God. Ah.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Oh, damn. That would be so fucking scary.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Hold on, let me see if there's any secrets about it. Using my elder sight to see, and I can't see anything.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Oh, damn. Nothing to say here? Well, I guess not, because it's just the same variant landscape, forest landscape, with probably even the smell would be fucking hideous.
That night I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it. By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance. An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. I know not why my dreams were so wild that night, but ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again, and in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Hold on. Let me glare into the night. Oh, the rock.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me, But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon, whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
God.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined. Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent, whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual. Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
God, it's
All at
so
once,
dark.
my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me. An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
I'm also very captivated by the voice. When I'm being read to the certain tone that I like to have, or like when I'm being told stories, there's a certain tone and this one matches it perfectly.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature.
It's like a monolith.
A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Ah, here we go. Wait. I must scan the area. If there are secrets about, there are not.
For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
Yep.
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely. The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm,
Hey! How's it going?
and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith.
That's good to hear.
On whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Anything else here? No. What is on it?
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books, consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Oh.
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a Doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men, though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well.
Yeah.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail,
Alright.
for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
Oh god.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself. I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
No.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
What?
With only a slight churning to
Oh.
mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters. Fiend-like and loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds.
Oh god.
I think I went mad then.
I don't blame you. Holy shit.
Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
God, you walked all the way back? Oh my god. What? I need to make sure there's no hidden secrets anywhere. No. That would be such a daunting trip back,
I
especially.
believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
But now the vision is different. Is there anything hidden about this? Oh, that sound.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
The sound effect is kind of going over his narration. It really sucks. Oh. How did you get out of there?
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital.
Oh. Alright, well that answered my
Brought
question.
thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
Yeah.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Yeah. I mean, he was lost at sea and then they found him. But to speak of the upheaval of what he called it would definitely deem him to be a bit crazy. So to speak about it would probably be the best thing for him. I opened the door with my eyes.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Ah, the fish god. Okay. So that's who we saw then was the fish god. Love the music. There you go. What am I? Oh, there we go. I had to find a place to click on.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Oh. Necronomicon? To give me really to think distinct flashback to Lair of Fear by the music. Ooh. Now we're going to the door.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine,
Oh god.
but the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Oh man, that sucks. Cosmic Core Scholar. Find half the trivia in the game. Oh, I've missed some.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever, as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat, after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea
Oh,
without
God.
shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed, worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Oh god. Any secret nearby? No. Oh man, they're heading to New York.
The end is near.
Oh god.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Oh man. Holy
They
sh!
shall not find me. God, that hand! The window! The window!
Holy shit. I definitely want to look into these ones as well. That was good. Ooh, that was fun. So that was Dagon. I would the narrator, his voice was spot on. Definitely being very captivating.
And scary stories have been accompanying men for centuries. They have many faces and forms.
What is
But
this?
what is their purpose? Why do we enjoy being afraid so much? During our therapy, I'll try to
Ooh. Hungry for more? Of course I am. Okay, I'll go look at that. God, that was fun. I'm always intrigued by stories that are that in depth with words and how they convey the world around them to make it so interesting, and I love it. And it is, because even though it may be so vivid, other people will see it as just a symptom of like heat exhaustion or something. And so it's like, is it real? And so it drives people mad when you have those type of thing going on. So God, that was good. I'll definitely be thinking about that for a while. I'll probably go back and just listen to it again. Because his voice. I love the deep voice when people are narrating to me. It's so cool. It draws me in. So God damn. I would definitely look into the other two Eldritch Horror games and see what I can do with them. Because those are good. I like those. Um, but yeah, those were the two games for today. I'm gonna go, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys watched during stream or after stream, it means a lot to me that you guys are watching my content. And I think tomorrow is Monday. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but I will be streaming tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys, and remember to subscribe and hit like, share it around, show people what we do here, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys.